Hi everyone. From this video, I'm going to discuss with you regarding APA referencing style and how to use citations and APA referencing for your document. Right. So I'm Liyanaarachchi, and now I'm going to share my screen to show what we wanted to do related with APA referencing and citation styles. Right. So when we consider about the APA citation and referencing style, so what is called APA, American Psychological Association. So they have given this referencing methods and citation, in-text citation methods. So what I'm going to discuss is the newest editions, that means the 7th edition related with the APA. Right. Let's see. First, I'm going to brief you what are the in-text citations and what are referencing. So first, when we consider about in-text citations, when you are taking something from other sources for your article, so especially if you think you are referring a journal and then you wanted to take some parts of that journal, some paragraphs from that journal into your document. So in that case, what you want to do first, you have to take those paragraphs and paraphrase the paragraph and take it to your document. But just after paraphrasing, that will not be enough. So you have to put in-text citations. So what is the main importance of keeping in-text citations at the end of the article? Definitely you are keeping some references. So for the related relevant reference, so you have to include in-text citations at the beginning of the paragraph, middle of the paragraph, or at the end of the paragraph. So in-text citation is a short entry. So you can see here, it is a short entry within your text to point the reader towards a full entry in your reference list. So then only it will be able to easier to understand where is the exact reference and what is the related paragraph. So otherwise it's difficult to identify what are the paragraphs that related with the certain references. So when inserting a citation for APA in text, usually we include author's surname and year of publication within the bracket, like I have included here within bracket Smith, comma 2019, close the bracket. So for more details, I am including these components. So one example, you can see the first author's surname, and you keep and then second author's surname, then within bracket year suggests that. So the paraphrase paragraph is there. In this case, especially I want to tell you, so this method is called integral method. So this is called integral method, right? So integral stands for inside the paragraph or the beginning in the of the paragraph. And the other methods called non-integral. So comes none. Right, so non-integral method. So integral and non-integral methods are there. So when you consider about this example, you can see at the end of the paragraph, two surnames are there combined with and year is there, and at the end of the paragraph, full stop mark present. Right. Then when we go furthermore, you can see if in-text citations contain single author, you can see one author. So then what you wanted to do at the end of the paragraph, so you can see here one example. So author's surname, right? Author's surname and comma, then 2019, close the bracket. And especially one mistake that students are doing, keeping full stop here, but full stop should be present here, right? So that is one method. And when you consider about the integral method, you can include that at the beginning like this, then continue with the paraphrase paragraph. So that is with single author in-text citation. And if there are two authors, so what you wanted to do is first author's surname and second author's surname, then comma, then year. So as I mentioned you earlier, here you can see the example at the end of the paragraph. Open the bracket, Mara and Edmund, comma, 2014, and close the bracket and full stop mark. So that is the citation with two authors, and here in-text citation with two authors, and at the beginning, like I have mentioned earlier, integral method. So this is different from the previous editions, that means APA 6th edition. So if there are three authors or more than three authors, so what you want to do? So it's different from the previous editions, because previous editions, if there are three authors also, we have to do it like this. That means first author's surname, comma, second author's surname, and third author's surname, comma, year. So that is the method that we have used earlier. But newest edition, so it's different. So in this case, first author's surname, you have to open the bracket, first author's surname, then at all. This is called at all. It's a Latin word that using for multiple authors. Dot, comma, full stop, comma, and year. Then you have to close the bracket. So how to pronounce this? At all, right? So then first author surname at all, full stop, comma, year. So that is the method that we can keep if there are three authors or more than three authors. I'm talking about the in-text citation. Then here you can see one example for corporate authors. So if there are corporate authors, when we consider about the, the health field, sometimes it may be WHO, World Health Organization, or university, association, government department, something like that, right? So in that case, what you wanted to do, open the bracket, corporate author, then comma, then year at the end of the paragraph. Or else, like we have done earlier, you can include in the middle or in the beginning, like I have included here at the final paragraph, research conducted by University of Newcastle, within bracket 2009, suggested that. So you can continue it. Okay, right. So in-text citations where the author is unknown. If you don't know the author's details are not present. So if the source has no author, include the title and year as your in-text citation. So you can find out the title of the article, related article. Where the title is long, you are able to shorten it for use within in-text citation. So here you can see one example, within bracket title of the resource, comma, year. For example, a book with no author. At the end, you can see source book of human anatomy, comma, 2010. So that is the way how to put citation if there are no authors, right? Okay. So, and especially students are asking that how to put quotations if there are direct quotations. That means you are taking something that expressed by a person, something like that. So, or else a definition. So in that case, what you can do is you can use the quotation, and within quotation mark, you have to include it. And then at the end of the paragraph, so you have to open the bracket like I have done in the example, you can see, and the author's details, then comma, then year, then again comma. So you can include the page number. So that is the way how to include the quotations if you are taking direct quotations, right? So then direct quotations, if there are more, two authors, then you have to include it like this: first author's surname and second author's surname, comma, year, comma, page number. So it's similarly going, right? Then if three authors or more than three authors, like I have done earlier, so first author's surname, at all, dot, comma, year, comma, page number. So that is how we can do it. So you can just see the examples also when you are reading this. So then we will go through if there is no publication date. So if there is no publication date is available, after this name of the author, substitute ND, no date. That means no date, right? So for the year, so example here you can see Peter's study, no date showed that. So there are, the citations with no date, no specific dates are available. But mostly try to find out, detailed articles mostly. But in case if you can't find out the date, so what you can do is you can include it like this, right? So then another thing that I wanted to describe you, what are DOI? So especially recently, the articles that contain DOIs, a thing called DOI. So what are DOIs? Digital object identifiers. So there are special strings of characters that form a persistent link to individual publications. It is unique for a certain publication. So what is the importance of this? You'll be able to find out the article by using this DOI. So digital object identifier. So that's it's like a link, right? So they are issued at the time of publication. At the time of publication that will be issued, it is much like ISBN number, for a book. So there are specific numbers. So it's like that, or serial number. DOI can be attached to number of different publications, including journal articles, books, chapters, conference papers, and so on. So what you can do is, with help of this DO, it is easier to find out the certain article, and also you can find out references by using different techniques with help of these DOIs. Right. So then I will be explaining how to use, how to do the references with journal articles. So up to now, I have stated how to put in-text citations, and hereafter I'm discussing regarding how to put references. So basically, journal articles, I will brief you related to main themes, because there are a number of things, number of places that you can gather information, and related to each component, there are certain methods of putting citations and references. But the thing is, basically, mostly when you are doing some health researches, you are mostly using common formats, journal articles or books, right? So otherwise, you are not much using TV programs or such things, right? So newspapers, it's less. So therefore, in this case, mainly I am explaining about main components, main information sources that you are usually taking. But I will give you some website examples that you can refer for your certain articles. If you are gathering information from somewhere else, then you can refer that and follow the proper guidelines. So I will guide you how to select those also. Right. So journal articles. So here you can see a journal article with one author. So I told you some journal articles are contained in a DOI. At the beginning of the article, when you read the article, so simply you think we are taking something from Google Scholar. So Scholar Google, it contains the article. When you open it, you'll be able to find out the DOI. Sometimes DOI is present. So if the DOI is present, here it is there what you can do. And if the DOI is not present, so then also here there are methods. So you can see a journal article with one author. So article with a DOI, print or electronic journal. Print or electronic journal. So author's surname should be there. In in-text citation, there are no initials present. Remember that. But here, author's surname, then comma, initials should be there. So within every initial, there should be a full stop, dot, and initial, then full stop, within bracket year, then full stop, then article title, right? Then subtitle, journal title, volume, issue, page numbers, page range exactly. So here you can see even full stops, brackets. So everything should be similar with your article references, right? So you have to consider those, everything. At the end of the reference, you have to include the DOI, as I have mentioned earlier, HTTPS double dot, the thing is there, right? And author's surname, comma, initial, full stop, year. So likewise, you have to go through this. I think you can understand easily. If the article from a library or database with no DOI, so you are looking for an article and you can find out from your library, right? Understood. So in that case, there is no DOI. Therefore, do not include any access link. It's simple. So then you can include author's name, comma, initial, full stop, within bracket the year. So likewise, you can continue, right? It's easier, right? Then full stop, article title, colon, then subtitle, full stop, journal article, comma, volume, issue. And especially, you know about the article title, subtitle, author's name, initial, volume and issue. Mainly, I think some of you have idea about that, but some are not. So therefore, volume means, the how many years that was published, and issues means how many times that was published per year. So there are certain volumes and certain issues. So how many years that was published and how many times that was published per year. So issue numbers. So that is the main categorization, main structure of keeping references for a journal article with single author. So it's easy. And you can see here article found on the web. So the web address should be there at the end. So the structure is nearly similar, but there are slight differences in the referencing style. So printed article with no DOI, then author's surname, initial, year, article title, subtitle, journal title, volume, then issue, page range. So, and the other things, that means the brackets, full stops, other any kind of mark. So then you have to consider those, and without those, there are errors. Okay, so here you can see one example also at the beginning, at the bottom. So when you consider about journal article with two authors, here you can see first author's surname, initial, and second author's surname, initial, then year, and continue like I have described earlier. So therefore, you can just read and understand. Then third, that means journal article more than 3 authors. Okay. So if there are more than 3 authors, so you have to include first author's surname, initials, second author's surname, initials, third author's surname, initials. Here, it is mentioned this pattern is used for articles with up to 20 authors, right? This pattern is going on up to 20 authors. So you have to include all the articles details like I have included here. Then put the year within bracket and continue like I mentioned earlier slides. Okay. Then if journal articles with no author, if the author is not present, so what we can do, article title should be there at the beginning, then subtitle, then full stop, then within the bracket year, then journal title, volume, issue, page range, then DOI. So it's like that. So just remember this because some articles are not having author's details. So in that case, you can include the title, subtitles, and the components like I have described here in this slide. So I think when you refer the beginning part that I discussed here, so you'll be able to, do it by yourself, your own, right? Then, if there is a corporate author, that means example WHO, then if it is with DOI, then corporate author, full stop, within bracket year, article title, then subtitle, then journal title, then volume, within bracket issue, comma, page range. So for corporate author with no DOI, you can continue like you did earlier, referencing. Right. So then here some, quick guide. So the same thing that I have discussed in previous slides are here. So reference list, that how we can include it. So according to the APA format. So here for books, it's also similar. There is no much more difference. But the thing is, DOI is present again. If it is an electronic book, you know, you can download electronic journals and also electronic books. So what I wanted to tell, these are online resources. So it's similar. So I will show you, this is my details. So if you want, in case you want to contact me, you can get the information with this. And I will show you one website that you can refer. So there are a number of websites you can refer. So here I got some details with University of Newcastle Library Guides. So it's there because I just take this because it contains much more detailed information. So therefore, I refer this reference. So therefore, you also can go through these and find out much more details. So here, I will show you how to get the references. If you can find out, I just mentioned you about journal articles. I just mentioned something about books. And if you are taking from somewhere else even, you can get it from here. See how I can gather information. Here, in-text citation, right? I can click it. So in-text citation, under that, here you can see if there is one author, if there are unknown authors, if there are two authors, three or more authors, corporate authors, you can find out anything, right? So example, here with single author, right? With single author, you can see here citations like this, within bracket, author's surname, comma, year. I already informed, I already explained, right? Then when we consider about reference list, in this case also, you can see under reference list here, articles, right? So articles, again, you can see here with no author, with single author, with two authors, 3 to 20 authors, more than 21 authors, what you can do, right? So this guide is there. So example, I will show you if there are two authors here, article with DOI. So what you wanted to do? So I took some content from these websites also. So first author's name, comma, initial, full stop, comma, and second author's name, comma, initial, full stop, year. Article title, then subtitle, journal title, volume, issue, page range, and the DOI. So if there's no DOI, no need to put the DOI, right? So this is how you can use these things. And for the other cases also, web resources, if you are taking something from a web resource, or else if it is a conference, if it is any kind of thesis, book, chapters, so whatever the thing, you can find out easily how to put the references and citations. So you can use this website and find out more detail. But in case if you are unable to find out the relevant details, then you can just contact me with this contact detail. And I think you all got something related to the APA referencing style and citations with this. This is just a guide. So you'll be able to do something by your own and find out your path, right? So thank you all for the hearing, and see you with next video, right? Thank you.